Saluton, bonvenon fazituto.com. Bonvenon Facila Esperanto. Hodiaŭ ni estas study the words from our word list. We're going to look at a few of them. We're going to talk about how to look at these words. And of course, you're doing your memorize. You're going over your word lists that are on fuzzytutor.com, and then of course linking to the memorize page through fuzzytutor.com and studying those words the best you can. And we're going to add another element to our study sessions with vocabulary to help us retain vocabulary, to help us understand how Esperanto works as well. So, boato. So this is the word for boat. Okay. Now if I said boatoi, now it's the word for boats. We've just pluralized it, right? Now, what we want to look at is this ending. Okay. The ending of the word tells the tale. It lets us know what the word is in terms of what kind of word it is. So when we hear a sentence, we hear verbs and adverbs and adjectives and nouns and proper nouns, and we hear these connective words like the and. Now we hear accusatives, we hear all kinds of different things, but what we really need to listen to is that ending. So bone, I hear that ending, that adverb ending. Birdo, I hear that ending of o, so I hear a noun. Now if I hear birdon, or if I hear birdoi, or birdon, or birdoin, either way I'm hearing that o ending, right? All the letero no is telling me is that it's going to be the subject of the object of the sentence, and the oi sound, the yo sound, is going to let me know that it's pluralized. Other than that, I'm hearing the o, right? Because it could be, it could end in ein, I, or an, and I'm hearing that ein, I, an, or just simply I'm hearing an adjective if I hear those, okay? So, I don't want to confuse you, so let's clear that out a little bit. So that's what's going on with those endings. We want to listen for those endings. So these are some of the there's some samples from the words that you needed to study in drills 1, 2, and 3. I just grabbed some words from each of those drills. So here's blua. So we see blue being used as an adjective. Okay? Adjective. Here we see imiti. So we see to because of that ending, right? We see the word to in front of the root. So if I hear or see imiti, I actually hear to imit. I don't know what imit is, so I know it's to something. It's some sort of verb because it's to, because it ends in e sound, and some verb. Now, of course, we can see imiti is pretty obvious. It's imitate, right? To imitate. Inviti is another nice easy one. So we see the to there from that e ending and some verb, right? Well, in this case, the verb is invit. There's our root. Invit-i. So to invite. So we want to listen for those auditory checkpoints, which are the last letters of the words. So I'm going to say a simple sentence. Mia nomo estas Gerio. Mia nomo estas Gerio. Okay? So mia, so I hear an adjective. So I'm describing something here. So I hear mia, I hear nomo, I hear a noun. Estas, estas is one of those words that we just need to commit to memory. It is am, are. Okay, it's used for any of those. Okay. Mia nomo estas Gerio. Okay, and I hear another noun. I hear mia nomo estas Gerio. I hear an adjective. I hear a noun. I hear is, am, or are. And then I hear another noun. Now, me, you may remember right away, is equal to I or me. So mia is this as an adjective. How can I or me be an adjective? My, right? It's an adjective. So my. We would call this possessive, right? Now this possessive is of course an adjective though because it's modifying some noun. It's saying it's mine, right? So it is describing a noun as possessed by me. So mia nomo. So mia nomo estas Jerrio. My name is Jerry. And that's why we're listening for those auditory check marks. Mia nomo estas Jerrio. So let's look at some other words on the page here. We have Lee and Leah. So he, and he is an adjective. Well, we just talked about that, right? How can we make he an adjective? Leah, and we are using it to describe something. So we would think of the word. How do we describe something using the word he? The only way I can think of is in the possession. It belongs to him or he. So his. Leah is his. It's possessive and it's an adjective. Possessive word. Possessive pronouns are going to be adjectives because you're modifying or describing some sort of noun by making it possessed by some person. Okay. So we have another one up here. We have the circumflex letero go. So jo is the letter. Jo y so is this word. Jo y so. Jo y so. Gis. Lo a. Lo a. La. Gis la. Ro e vo I do o. Okay? Rigardu leteroi. Rigardu leteroin. Ro e vo I do o. Revido. Revido. Gis la revido. And remember, in Esperanto, the accent is on the second to last syllable. Okay? Gis la revido. Rev. Revido. 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 Gis la revido. Imiti. Inviti. Blua. Birdon. Bonne. Boatoi. And I'm not perfect at it, but we do need to practice and we need to make an effort. And remember, very few people on earth have Esperanto as the natural born language that they speak with. So I think it's a couple thousand, maybe something like that. That's their first language. So something to keep in mind that everyone is learning because it is an auxiliary language. It's a tool for communicating with people from different natural languages. So hopefully going over some of these helped. Let's take a second look at imiti and look at it as imitas. Imitas. Imitos. We could go back in time and say imitis, right? Past tense. So we have past tense, present tense, future tense, and then we have our tentative tense. Imitus. Imitu is when we're telling someone or asking someone to do something. Imitu, imitus, imitos, imitas, imitis. And you just need to pick some verb and just say it over and over, like maybe pediri is to walk. So pediris, pediras, pedieros, pedierus, pedieru. And then you'll get used to that past, present, future, tentative commanding. Okay? All right. Gis la revido.